Back again, Baba. I am back. Back like I never left. Hey, man, I'm gonna be a billionaire. Hey, I want to be a billionaire, man. And hey, there's a lot of things that come with being a billionaire. We only look at the bright side of it. There are security issues, there's stress. Being a billionaire is not easy. It's like being a CEO. People think they wanna be CEOs. You don't really wanna be a billionaire. But mina ngiyafuna and ngizobe a billionaire mina. I'll be a billionaire. Today we're talking about a billionaire, a dollar billionaire at that. Mr. Larry Ellison. He's an American billionaire, second wealthiest man in the world after, of course, Elon Musk. I looked at his Wikipedia bio. 81 years old, founder of Oracle. Not much is said about him there, but yeah, there's a brief bio there. So he's lived most of his life now. I mean, he's one of those billionaires that work behind the scenes. He has a nickname. I forgot the nickname. I think the shadow president or something. But we'll talk about that. Yeah, and he's often being referred to as the CEO of everything. Even Donald Trump once referred to him as the CEO of everything. So his family background, he had parents. He's a son of a mother who had him at the age of 19 and gave him away for adoption when he was a year old. He has said so many times that he's someone who doesn't trust the government, but it's quite ironic how he works closely with the government. I mean, that's how these billionaires move. Yeah, let's get into it. Larry Ellison. I read an article there by the BBC. On the 10th of September 2025, he surpassed Elon Musk to become the wealthiest man in the world. And Elon Musk had held that title for like a year. And I had to do a deep dive and check who's this guy who surpassed Elon Musk. I mean, we all know that Elon Musk is ridiculously rich, especially now. Now I think as I'm shooting this video, he's like $830 billion. He's like a quarter of a quarter of a trillion away from being a trillionaire. Imagine that. Man, numbers you can't fathom. Yeah, so yeah. And this is very interesting about him, Larry Ellison. He has acquired multiple media outlets, including Paramount, CBS, CNN, TikTok. So he's a big shot. I think we are experiencing his rise as a world leader and as a superpower, and people aren't really paying attention to that because he's not your typical billionaire. By typical I mean Elon Musk, who goes on Twitter to post. It's not your typical billionaire who does interviews every week and all those things, like the likes of Elon Musk, of course. I mean, Elon Musk will do podcasts, he'll do interviews, he'll do everything. He's out there, he's on Twitter, he will respond, he will do, yeah, he does so many things. But a billionaire like him, Larry, is a totally different breed, man. He is quite in the shadows. That's why he's being referred to as the shadow president. I think the term shadow president comes from Donald Trump's advisor. He's in tech and AI, which is similar to Elon Musk, considering that he's quite an opposite character to Elon Musk, but he's into tech and he's into AI. Another thing that I found very interesting about him when I was researching about him is that he's one of the biggest supporters of Israel. Yeah, he's one of the biggest supporters of Israel. He's one of the biggest donors of Israel. And the company Oracle, one of his first clients was the CIA. So he does have CIA ties. He's that guy. I mean, when you're dealing with such a person, that means you're dealing with power. That's why I'm saying that we are experiencing his growth to being a superpower. If he's not, I mean, he's already there, but you must put it into perspective of how much he's dangerous. He's very dangerous. He's quite dangerous. I mean, if you're talking about a person who has acquired these media outlets that are very big in the world, not only in America, in the world, Paramount, CBS, CNN, TikTok. I mean, you're dealing with someone who's, man, big. And the downside to that, also in thinking about his influence and his impact in the world of artificial intelligence, you really can imagine of how much easy it is for this type of people to manipulate information on the internet, to manipulate information in the media, to manipulate information in our social apps, to push agendas, to push this, that. And he has political ties, a lot of political ties now. I mean, that's why he's being referred to as the shadow president of the United States of America. He's been to the White House quite a lot of times. So what I was able to draw from him, reading about him as a businessman, him as a character, is that, I mean, he's just one of those people who are hungry for power. More often than not, when I look at these documentaries, when I look at these videos, when I research, I realize that what ends up fulfilling and satisfying them is this search for power and being the most powerful man on earth. Another thing that I was able to conclude about him is that, I mean, him being out of the spotlight is the perfect position to be in, to be able to control things, how things are and how things operate. I mean, you're talking about a very bad combination. You're talking about the media, you're talking about social apps, and you're talking about AI. And you're talking about this one person who's at the center of all these things, the CEO of everything, literally. So he's quite a dangerous man. Yeah, so that was my video on Larry Ellison. Like the video and share it if you want to hear more about the things that I'm interested in, the people that I'm interested in, and the researches and conclusions that I come with. Thank you.